Good morning. Good morning. Hey, hey, family. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on with you all this morning. So glad to be on with you all this morning. Listen, y'all know the drill. Come on, say with me. Wake up and where, wake up and where, wake up and where. Listen, good morning and thank you for joining us this morning for our Wake Up and Win Live. I am on a different device this morning because, well, I did the very human thing and I didn't plug up my other device. So I was a very real human moment and I didn't forget, I plugged it up, but it wasn't plugged up all the way. So therefore my other device didn't charge. That was not going to keep me from coming on with this morning's win word. And before I do that, let me introduce myself for anyone that might be watching for the very first time, watching a replay for the very first time, tuning in for the very first time. I'm Dr. Najuma. I come on Monday through Friday to offer a morning win word, a word that'll help you get up, get out there, and go win. I started Wake Up and Win sometime after the loss of my son, realizing that I had to get up and get out there and still go win. And what I've learned and what I'm learning is that you can go through a major loss, you can go through a difficult time of life, you can go through a dark moment, a challenge, you can recover and you can still win. And so that is what I'm learning. I'm taking all that I'm learning and sharing with you and hopefully inspire you or someone you know or whoever's watching, whoever's tuning in, that you can go through a major loss. You can go through a very difficult time of life, recover and still win. And so that's what we're doing is we out here winning. We out in these streets winning. So today's win word is time blocks. And what I want to share with you is something that I have found to be very helpful in getting out there and winning again. And, just really getting my life back on track. For a couple of years, I was just existing, of course, for a couple of years as I went through grieving. I'm still a grieving mother, that doesn't go away. But what I found to be helpful in getting back out there, getting back out in life and winning is time blocks, like giving myself blocks of time to do things, right? Because it's important for me, it's important for a lot of people to still have a life that is flourishing and thriving even after a very difficult time, a very difficult season. I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor. This is what we preach the power of God can do, right? That God's power can enable us to thrive and to flourish even after dark seasons. And there are some very tangible, very real practical steps to what that looks like. And that's what Wake Up Win is all about. It's really talking about those practical, tangible steps that we take to keep winning after a dark season, right? And so one of the techniques that I found to be very helpful is time blocks, creating blocks of time to work on particular things. My mind can get overwhelmed, and what I experience is after that trauma, and not to mention all the other things of life that still happen, right? Because life keeps on lifing, is that life can feel and become a bit overwhelming, right? It is a bit overwhelming, especially when you're dealing with, post-traumatic stress, and just trauma and whatever else life is throwing at you. But what I found to be extremely helpful was time blocks, setting blocks of time for particular activities, particular action steps, particular tasks, even having time blocks for, my children, my grandchildren. It can't be indefinite. Like there are times where I have to, even say to my children, hey, mom needs, 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and just really creating time blocks or letting the kids know, hey, between this time and this time, we're going to do X. We're going to, engage in, we're going to do X. But also, when it comes to the things of life that I still want to do, my business, I'm still, growing, and, personal life. And something somebody said to me the other day, like, oh, you really do, you do take time for yourself. Absolutely. If I haven't learned anything else, I've learned that I got to take time for myself to keep my mind together. And so I want to encourage you to create time blocks, really give yourself time blocks, like blocks of time that you're going to do X. Blocks of time that you're going to give to yourself. Blocks of time that you're going to give to your work. Blocks of time that you're going to give to your family. Blocks of time that you're going to give to your friends. Blocks of time that you're going to give to networking. Blocks of time that you're going to give to reading or to writing or, or to envisioning, right? Blocks of time set aside to pray, to meditate. All the things, put them in time blocks so that it has a beginning and an ending. And this will help you stay on a path towards flourishing and productivity and progress. And it also keeps life from feeling overwhelming when things are put in a time block. So it's not like all day you're going to write, unless that's the time block you've given yourself, but maybe from 2 to 3 you're going to write. Or at 1 o'clock, I'm going to do the dishes and I'm going to be done by 1:40, right? And working within that block. And then once that block of time is done, do the next thing. And the next thing might be take a nap or might rest for 5 minutes and then create your next time block. But creating time blocks, I have found to be extremely helpful in getting back out there and winning again after a dark season. It helps with mindset. It helps life not to feel so overwhelming, and it keeps you on a path of moving forward and really flourishing, because every block of time moves you in a forward motion, moves you in a forward pattern. Over time, the blocks of time add up, and now you've completed a whole day or completed a whole week. But you chunk life, you break life off in these time blocks, as opposed to like this big picture again, which can feel very overwhelming. Which is overwhelming, especially when you come through a dark season, a very traumatic event, a difficulty in life. Working in time blocks moves you forward. At the same time, doesn't feel overwhelming because you're not attacking life, but doing life one chunk at a time. One chunk at a time. And again, it helps with mindset. It helps with anxiety. It helps with, not feeling like you're stuck, but you're moving in blocks of time block. I tend to keep my time blocks in 1 to 2 hours. I don't usually go past 2 hours unless it's something big. Like yesterday, I spent the day in the house, like moving things around, furniture. But even within that day, I dedicate the day to do that. But even within that, I took blocks of time. I took blocks of time to eat. I took time blocks to watch a movie, to, like, okay, I'm going to stop and, okay, I'm going to pick back up at 4. I'm going to do this from 4 to 5. I'm going to do this from 5 to 6, and moving in time blocks. And it is very, very helpful, very, very forward moving, keeps the momentum. And again, it doesn't make the tasks feel so overwhelming. It doesn't make life feel so overwhelming. And you're really tackling life one chunk, one block at a time. Think of Legos, one piece at a time. So I hope this is helpful to someone to do more time blocking as it relates to getting your tasks done, as it relates to moving forward, maintaining momentum so you can get up and get out there and go win. And go win. So listen, I'm your girl, Dr. Najuma. Thank you for being tuned in to Wake Up and Win Live this beautiful Monday morning. Have an amazing week. And try it. Try the time blocking for one day. And if it works, try it the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. And see how much you get done, and how progressive and forward moving, and how much you thrive. Right? Amen. So time blocking. Try that today. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We want to get those subscription numbers up. So help us out. Like, share, and subscribe. And have an amazing week. And we'll be back on tomorrow morning with more Wake Up and Win Live nuggets that help you to get up and get out there and go win. And again, I'm also, last plug, I'm a personal mastery coach. And time blocking is one of the mastery tools that I share with my clients. So if you're looking for a personal mastery coach, if you're ready to really master the things about yourself so you can really thrive and flourish in the way that you desire, send me a message, DM me, follow me on Instagram at RevJuju, all the things, and let's connect. But y'all have an amazing day, and don't forget, time blocking allows time to add up to keep you in a forward movement, to maintain momentum so you can thrive, so you can flourish, so you can get up, get out there, and go win. I'm out, y'all. Peace.